Why is fold equity key to legendary poker bluffs? Imagine you're sitting at the poker table and you make a big bet. Your goal isn't just to win with the best hand but to make your opponent fold. That's where fold equity comes into play. Fold equity is the extra value you get when your opponent decides to give up their hand and fold. It means you can win the pot without having the best cards. This is a powerful tool because it allows you to win chips even when your hand isn't strong. When you bet or raise, you're not only hoping to win at showdown but also trying to make your opponent fold. The more they fold, the more chips you take without having to show your cards. Calculating fold equity involves estimating how often your opponent will fold and how big the pot is. If your opponent is likely to fold more often, your chances of winning increase. If you bet a lot, it puts more pressure on them to fold. This is why bigger bets can sometimes create more fold equity. Short stacks in tournaments also have more fold equity because opponents might not want to risk a lot of chips against them. The texture of the board can influence fold equity too. If the cards on the table don't connect well with your opponent's range, they're more likely to fold. Knowing when to bluff and how much to bet depends on understanding fold equity. If you can accurately estimate how often your opponent will fold, you can decide whether a bluff is worth the risk. A well-timed bluff that maximizes fold equity can turn a weak hand into a winning move. It's about creating pressure and making opponents uncomfortable enough to give up. When you master fold equity, you turn bluffing into a strategic weapon. It's not just about luck or having the best hand but about making smart bets that make your opponents fold more often than not. Legendary poker players use fold equity to their advantage by reading their opponents and betting just enough to make them fold. They know which players are more likely to fold and when to bet big to push them out. They also balance their bluffs with value bets so opponents don't catch on. This balance keeps opponents guessing and makes their bluffs more effective. When you understand fold equity deeply, you can turn even weak hands into winning bluffs. It's the secret behind many successful and memorable poker moments. By using fold equity wisely, you can win chips without having the best cards, making your overall game much more dangerous and unpredictable.